You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Unrivaleds continuing steamrolling towards a full-on demise of the Women's 3x3 Basketball League. I got to thinking about something. Let me peel back the curtain. I can remember when the news on this league broke, all right? We found out about this league. Matrix sent me a link to the news that there would be a new Women's 3x3 Basketball League. We both overwhelmingly, in the moment, said, well, that's going to be a failure. Immediately. I mean, as soon as we saw it, we was like, because at the time, the WNBA's ratings, they didn't have the Caitlin Clark situation going on as of yet. And it was like, nobody's watching the WNBA. Who's going to watch 3x3 basketball with women playing in it? Nothing against women playing basketball, but look, the history wasn't there for support for a league like this to have been created. All right. I was on a live stream yesterday evening with CDS Sports Podcast. Go subscribe. And we were talking about Unrivaled. And one of the things that I just come right out and said was, did Nafisia Collier and her husband, and I understand this is speculation. I'm asking a question out loud. But did they promise Caitlin Clark was going to play in this league to a lot of investors and to TNT Sports and then didn't deliver? Was that part of this? I can't help because I can't figure out, outside of the league being a virtue signal. And look, we've watched over the last 7 years companies absolutely just burn money for the sake of a social movement. In this case, We Are Women, Hear Me Roar kind of movement. Yeah, has that happened? Sure. And it's very possible. But it's been baffling why so many investors did get behind this league, because there was no precedent of success to have decided to have created it to begin with. Remember, and this whole league was built off the idea that women didn't want to go overseas and play basketball anymore, and we're finding out that's a lie. Now, Alyssa Thomas just come right out and said, no, we ain't got no problems going overseas playing ball. As soon as Project B showed up and started paying real money, boy, they decided to pack their bags real fast and head overseas. Now, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me at Rhodes Rants. Twitter X, blackandwhitenetwork.com for memberships and exclusive content. Continuing to roll out exclusive content, videos, live streams, etc. Anyway, so we all know this, right? Unrivaled. The viewership, it's fell off a cliff. In the start of its second season, viewership has fell off a cliff. We knew it was going to be bad. I got to admit, didn't know it was going to be this bad. I mean, they have actually exceeded my bad expectations, which is, I couldn't have been much lower. I mean, on the farm animal totem pole of expectations, I was somewhere down around pond scum. All right? But it's worse. What's lower than pond scum exactly? Inquiring minds would love to know. And something in this awful announcing article that caught me off guard that was like, oh, this is interesting. So let me scroll down. This is about the ratings. Oh, man. I hate these browsers. There's a baseline level of uncertainty Unrivaled faces at the current moment. The league is partly owned by TNT, whose parent company is Warner Brothers Discovery. And I've talked about this before. It's in the midst of a messy sale process as Netflix and Paramount vie for the right to buy the company. Now, rumor has had it that, right now, games are streamed on HBO Max. Well, if this sale happens, that may not be the case anymore. Unrivaled's going to lose that streaming option. Now, would it likely find another streaming option? Sure. But when you're in this much uncertainty, that's not a great look. Now, check this out. Unrivaled reportedly has a 6-year media rights deal that TNT can opt out of after 3 years. Let me repeat. Unrivaled reportedly has a 6-year media rights deal that TNT can opt out of after 3 years. Should the league fail to gain traction by year 3, its days could be numbered, especially under new ownership. And they're talking about new ownership of Warner Brothers Discovery. And, of course, this is one of the big problems. Paige Bueckers and Cameron Brent carrying the heavy load for Unrivaled as their biggest stars. Oh, boy, that ain't going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. Paige Bueckers, we have a face. This proves all of us right. Paige Bueckers moving no needles, 0 needles. Her fan base can cancel that. You know what? Want to know one thing I can't confidently say? Angel Reese moves more needles than Paige Bueckers. We're seeing this in Unrivaled ratings. Now, look, comparatively speaking, you might be talking about 140,000 views versus 100. So only 30 or 40 more thousand fans. But regardless, that was there last year, and now it's not. I think this is starting, and we talked about this league being doomed. And of course, this is all important because they've tried to use this league as leverage against the WNBA, the owners and NBA owners and CBA negotiations. Officially, that leverage is disintegrated. It's gone. In fact, I would venture to say WNBA ownership, NBA ownership are laughing right now. They're smirking. Adam Silver's smirking. They're smiling because they know no leg to stand on. And again, I have to wonder out loud, did investors get sold a bad bill of goods? Was Caitlin Clark promised to this league and wasn't delivered? Because why else would you invest so much money in this? That's something to think about out loud. I'm telling you, that's me speculating before people run out there. This guy said, no, I'm asking a question out loud. I'm wondering aloud, and I'm able to do that. But that's a bad sign. TNT can opt out. Well, what do you think they're going to do if they keep going down this road? When reruns of Big Bang Theory would do 8 times the amount of ratings that an Unrivaled game live broadcast with announcers and all that. I mean, they can throw on a rerun of Friends and probably get 3 times the amount of views on it. This league it's sunk. It's over. And I still got to wonder why Collier waited so long to decide to have her surgery. I mean, she decided to miss her own league. Where does the importance of that land on the farm animal totem pole? I mean, honestly, tell me what you think. TNT can shoot up that deuce and say, peace, we're out. There won't be a next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.